Hello, welcome back to the Wrestling Newsroom. I'm your host, All Things Wrestling, and today we're going to be looking at all the wrestling news from Wednesday. We start with a massive story. According to Mike Johnson of PW Insider, Ricochet, Prince Puma in Lucha Underground, and the ROH Tag Team War Machine are expected to be debuting with the NXT brand imminently. Johnson reports that a prominent female indie talent could also be signing with WWE in the near future. If they get War Machine and the Ricochet, that will blow NXT up. Ricochet is a fantastic worker, and I've heard War Machine are amazing. I've not actually seen them myself. I will look into them at a later date, but amazing. They're getting more talent for NXT. And then Tyler Breeze commented on how the 2017 was for Breezango. Solid 2017 as it wraps up. Fashion Files success and put the Fashion Police on the map, as well as showed the true ascension. A lot of 2018 possibilities now that 2B is solved. Usos, New Day Revival, Sheamus and Cesaro. Give us anyone we can show what we can do. What you guys think? I want to see what you can do in the ring, guys. You got yourselves over amazingly because of the Fashion Files and being the Fashion Police. Who would have thought in 2017 that you'd get over, but it's so good. So best of luck to you guys in 2018. And then the belief that Hideo Itami debuted on Raw in a tag team match with Finn Balor is a way to get some instant credibility for Hideo Itami. With 205 running live events in January, WWE wants to elevate the cruiserweight talent as much as possible right now, which makes sense. I can completely get that. And there was a rumour going around that AJ Styles got injured during Monday night's live event that was quickly shut down by fans in attendance. The Smark Killers, Anti-Smarks, was that at Anti-Smark, said, word on the streets that AJ vs Jinder at WWE White Plains was stopped due to what was evidently an AJ Styles knee injury. Referee Jason Aries, I don't care, threw up the X signal. Trainer Larry Heck and two other referees came down to help AJ to the back. And Haley, Shield's regime, I think, said AJ Styles finished the match and walked out fine. Stop spreading false news. Thank you, Haley, for providing the update there. But good to know that AJ Styles is not injured because he did appear on SmackDown the next day. So just letting you know about that rumour floating around. It's not true. And then Randy Orton is reportedly going to be working a lighter schedule in the early month of 2018. He's expected to be taking time off from several live events during the first quarter of the year. He is currently advertised for the post-WrestleMania edition of SmackDown Live. It appears it will be wrestling several weeks of television in February and March. Damn. He is currently not being advertised for the May European tour. Who knows what's going on there. I'll keep you posted once I find out. Then we go to Vince Russo shooting on the Young Bucks. Obviously, we all know about the controversial sequence of the Ring of Honor Final Battle, which I thought was bloody good. I like this whole athletic stuff. Yes, there's a slight difference between ground and pound and athletic wrestling, but it's all wrestling as the same. It's an art form. It's to entertain the fans. If fans find flipping around entertaining, then that's their business. That's what they want to see. That's what these wrestlers are providing to the fans that want to see it. But Vince Russo said the issue is the same. Has been since day one. Label this something other than professional wrestling and we'll all be well. Some people dig it and that's cool, but it's certainly not the business of professional wrestling that has been built through many of our lifetimes. Vince Russo, wrestling originally was 9-hour matches where people used to do different holds on each other on the mat back in the 20s and 30s. So you can't define what wrestling is. Every era of wrestling has a different style. You go back 30 years ago, it's going to be different to now wrestling. If you go back 70 years, it's going to be different to the wrestling that was 30 years ago. It's never consistently the same. That is what's called evolution. Wrestling changes and updates itself with the modern eras. If you can't get that, then why the hell are you still in the business? And then Brian the Gumpy was the one that started the thing. Said, I hate arguing just to see the point. Wrestling is about reaction and happiness to the fans, right? When there's clearly reaction I was a fan of your style and writing the hook the viewer. Years later, you're still criticised. Isn't it the same? And when US wrestling is about ring psychology, storylines and characters. It has been for decades. If you're going to change the very foundation to gymnastic and acrobatics, then call it something else. Really don't know what the issue is. Not disrespecting at all. And the Young Bucks just said, the guy who created Viagra on a pole match is talking to me about ring psychology. I love their response. That's the only reason I wanted to talk about it, because that is just so good. Then we go to Rockstar Spud. He was at backstage at 205 Live, but he never appeared, unfortunately. And then Bully Ray issued a following challenge to the Young Bucks, saying, "Dear Matt Jackson and Nick Jackson, Matt Jackson, considering this challenge, you bring your flippy spots, and me and Tommy Dreamer will bring our lightsabers. I'm sure we could make money, tear the house down, and give Vince Russo an aneurysm all in one night. P.S. Don't forget the Viagra." Love it how Bully Ray's getting involved. That is good. Jesus Christ. He's about to explode with that comment. Jesus. Okay. Several female superstars in the wrestling industry have reacted to the news of the first Women's Royal Rumble. You have people like Lita, Michelle McCool, Brie and Nikki Bella saying, what an historic event. It's going to be amazing. Congratulations, ladies. And then Trish Stratus said, there's nothing WWE women cannot do. It's been a long time coming. Can't wait for the first ever Women's Royal Rumble now. Wear them boots. So she teased a spot in the Rumble. I wouldn't say no. That would be awesome. So, can't wait to see what will happen. But either way, it's an amazing historic event, and I cannot wait for the first Women's Royal Rumble, and hopefully it's an annual thing from now on, same with the Women's Money in the Bank. And then we go to the reason why Reigns missed Monday Night Raw and Weekend Live events is he asked for time off. It's currently unknown why he asked for time off, but he's currently advertised for the Christmas edition of Raw. So he'll be back next week. So I'll keep you posted if I know. And then in a recent interview with Daily Star, Ric Flair commented on Charlotte's current role in WWE. Charlotte already is the greatest by far. I don't know who to compare her to. That's just my opinion. I'm biased, but I'm also the guy that's qualified to make that remark. So let's say she's not my daughter and I was the father of another girl. I would say to the other girl, you better push if you want to be like her. I have tremendous respect. I think Sasha Banks is off the hook in terms of ability. What separates Ashley, Charlotte, his real name is Ashley if no one's getting that, is her size and athletic ability. Sasha is every bit of a performer that Ashley is. Make no mistake, as are the couple of the other girls. Natalia's fantastic. They're all good. There's a fine line between good and great, and I just look at her and I've known them all. I wish they would use her on the other side. I like her when she's bad. She's really good at enhancing other people's work. As a heel, she's really good at that. That's an art in itself. So Rick would like his daughter to be healed, which is an interesting fact. But yeah, she's one of the best. She's probably the best women's wrestler right now. She's fantastic. And then WWE acknowledges Daniel Bryan's wanting to wrestle. Yes, you heard me correctly. On an article which was recapped on Twitter, WWE.com posted an article that recapped a recent Twitter exchange between Daniel Bryan and Nakamura. They had the usual, what happened, oh my god, Daniel did this. And then Nakamura said, I do not remember how many years has passed. Anyway, I surely stood in the same ring with Daniel Bryan last night. And he went, I wish I could be there under different circumstances and had my gear on. So, yeah. They acknowledged that he wanted to wrestle. So, let's hope they let him bloody wrestle. And now, according to Mike Johnson, a PW Insider, Dean Ambrose has a legitimate arm injury. It was suffered... when was it suffered? I don't know. The reason the angle happened on Raw was to write him off if it's serious, which he has now had surgery. So he apparently tore 50% of his tricep tendon away from the bone. It was repaired. There is currently no time length for how long he's going to be out, but he will possibly miss WrestleMania, which is really bad. Come on, Shield. This is not good. And he is now no longer being advertised for several WWE live events, including next week's Raw and Tuesday's show at Madison Square Garden. So he's at least going to be away for next week. Who knows how long he'll be out. Let's hope he can return before WrestleMania. And then Chris Jericho talked about his plans for 2018 in the wrestling industry. If you want to see Chris Jericho wrestle, the Tokyo Dome is where you're going to see me. If you want to watch this, if you watch one show this year, that's the one I'd watch. I could go back to WWE. I love working for Vince McMahon, but if I showed up tomorrow, as of right now, I'm not slotted for a main event at WrestleMania. I am the main event at Wrestle Kingdom. Fair point, mate. Fair point. How long it's going to be there, we'll have to find out, but I'm going to be watching the show. The only problem is it starts at like 8 o'clock in the morning. It starts really, really early. And I'm gonna have to maybe watch it on repeat, but either way, I'm going to be watching Wrestle Kingdom. Do not fear that, guys. And then the Rolling Stones magazine named Miz the Wrestler of the Year. They said, that's right, The Miz. I don't care if he's shooting the Marine Part XL. I have no idea. Or on the Principle of Paternity Leave. It doesn't matter that he's not in the contention for the world title any time soon. Or he left his poor mistrage Bo Dallas and Curtis Axel to fend for themselves during his absence. He is still a leader. The fact he is the de facto leader of Raw and most of the past several months by stepping up to others who were hurt or stuck in storyline limbo, taking his licks against the biggest names in the biz, coming out scattered but frequently hoisting the Intercontinental Gold above his shoulder. Mike Mizzen and that prestigious part has become a synopsis over the frankly illustrious decade-plus career. Itself is an impromptu manifest, a public documented quest for flowers and mid-nafford Xfinity Sports and Entertainer. For fuck's sake, guys! That was a pain in the ass to read. But yeah, I get it. He's been there amazingly. He's done an amazing year. I can get completely why you've made him your Wrestler of the Year. He's been fantastic. And then we go to a really bad story. During last night's 205 Live event, a fan threw a water bottle at Kalisto. It hit him straight in the face and he didn't move for a few minutes. It was a scary event. I mean, it looked like it was a full water bottle as well. I hope that fan got kicked out. There's no word yet if the fan was identified, but I hope they do get shamed because that's disrespectful and dangerous. Yeah, WCPW, we threw glow sticks. Glow sticks. Not a full water bottle that cracked someone in the face. Then again, Adam Pacitti did get cracked with one of the big glow sticks, which he really shouldn't have thrown at him. But still, he shouldn't do that. It's dangerous. And then we go to two more stories. The wrestling trainer Rip Rogers posted the following about Elias. WWE Superstar Elias used to drive all the way to Pittsburgh to OVW in Louisville just to keep plugging the line in. Look where he is now. Always believe and never give up. Oh, that's an absolutely amazing pass to him. And then, according to PW Insider, Dolph Ziggler will not be appearing at the upcoming episodes of SmackDown Live, but will still be working live events. The belief is that Ziggler will be written off TV for now to sell the storyline. So don't you worry, guys. It is a storyline, I guess. So don't you worry, Dolph Ziggler's not going anywhere. Thank God. Now, this has been the Wrestling Newsroom. That's been AJ Smiles. This has been a t-shirt. I have been your host. This is a phone. I don't know why I'm listing random things. But anyway, if you've enjoyed this, please give it a like. Please support me on Patreon. Link in the description below. Please support me on... please subscribe to see more content. And I'll catch you later.